Hey guys, we are back. It is the Daily Chill for July 30th. I am here with Patty. I am here with KB. Always super producer Luke in the background helping out once again. How's everybody doing today?
Doing great.
Pretty good.
So we're going to start with Joe Kelly. 2 days ago, Joe Kelly threw at Alex Bregman. Then he waited another batter to throw at Carlos Correa. The bench is clear. He's doing his pouty face, like taunting the Astros. We had the bench is clear. Everything's going on. But then it comes down, Manfred suspends him for 8 games, which is the equivalent to 22 games in a regular season. I'm going to start with Patty. I already know where he's going with this, but I'm going to throw it over to you. Does he deserve the 8-game suspension?
Definitely not 8. I mean, the thing I like about baseball regardless of all the punishments, is that the game polices itself. So, if you have people doing shady shit all over the place, it's going to come back to haunt you. Those pitchers have so much control, especially if it's someone who just doesn't give a shit. Like Joe Kelly, he's going to take matters into his own hands. Having said that, it is dangerous to throw at people's heads. I don't necessarily want that, but, shoulders down, fair game. I think the punishment is going to be reduced because he did appeal the suspension. I think he's going to be more roughly in the 3 games area. I hope it's 3 or less. That's what it really needs to come down to. And then I think it's appropriate on all sides involved. Kelly got what he wanted out of it. And then, baseball's able to make a statement, even though it's wrong, because they didn't punish the Astros nearly hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of math lately, just multiplying everything times 2.7 because that's what it would be. So 3 times 2.7, 8.1, that seems more appropriate for the Joe Kelly thing. KB, what are your thoughts on this?
I actually do have some thoughts on this. And, I think, Pat, you said the best, is that baseball polices itself. And this wouldn't have happened if the Astros didn't cheat. So it's not like he's just sitting here throwing at people because he's trying to be a dick. Like, you cheated and he's getting retribution. 22 games is insane. I think, maybe 2 games or 3 games, whatever, 8, equivalent of 8 games, fine. Yes, you shouldn't be throwing at people's heads, but you also shouldn't cheat. So, you know what?
Yeah, so part of me wants to call Joe Kelly a rock star. He has moved into a top 10 favorite players list. What he did was amazing for everybody involved. Everybody knows anytime an Astros player gets beamed, it's going to be up on the Sports Chill. People love it. They like it more than they like the Yankees, and that's our main thing. So I am with Joe Kelly, but I'm going to play devil's advocate here because we have COVID going on. And what they said was, if you guys fight, you're going to get suspended for the entire year. So you have all these guys going to the mound to fight. And, what is Manfred supposed to do? If he does nothing, they come out again, they're going to fight each other. Somebody's going to get COVID. I mean, I'm here for Joe Kelly, and I will always be – I'll fight for Joe Kelly straight up because exactly what he had done yesterday. But I don't know. I think it'll be reduced, like Patty said. But Joe Kelly, you are a rock star. Thank you. All right, let's switch it over. Let's do a one note here. Happy birthday shout-out to Paulie, who is not on. That is the only time we will be clapping for him today because the Yankees are playing the Orioles today for the second time. We played yesterday. Garrett Cole looked sharp until the 7th. He gave up a couple runs. Everything's fine, though. Today, the Yankees they have J.A. Happ on the mound versus Jonathan Means. I'm thinking sweep here. Patty, what are you thinking?
It's the Yankees have beaten the Orioles 17 straight times between home and away. So, I mean, until I'm proven otherwise, they're going to beat the shit out of the Orioles. So, sorry, Paul. But happy birthday.
And we do have a note. Miguel Andujar, who's probably the 5th best hitter on the Yankees, is batting 9th tonight. So when you have an embarrassment of riches like that, I'm expecting a W. I'm expecting. I mean, Hap stinks, so I'm expecting maybe an 7-4, 8-4 game tonight. But I still think they get it done. KB, what are you thinking?
I mean, it speaks for itself. 17 straight games. I mean, that's just straight statistics.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to throw it in there. I mean, it was a good segue for Paul's birthday. But let's get into stuff we really care about. NBA is back tonight, but the NHL is back on Saturday. We have at 12 p.m. Eastern. We have the Rangers versus the Hurricanes. KB will be doing the previews. Patty and I will be doing stuff the entire game. I'm going to get you on an Instagram Live at some point, but the both of you, because I want to see the fear of God in your guys' eyes. But we'll start off game one. We'll go with the preview. I like our chances. I know we're homers here, but talk a little bit about the series, Patty, and what you're expecting.
All right. So the more I've thought about it, I'm a little worried. But it's not a bad, like, if they get bounced in the first round in the qualifying round, it's not the first round, it's the qualifying round. If they get bounced, it's not the end of the world. Go back into the lottery, potentially win the number 1 overall pick, get playoff experience for the young kids. Carolina's a little banged up. They have 3 guys. They have Dougie Hamilton out, Brett Pesce, and then Martin Nikas. The 3 of them are absolute studs. But the Hurricanes, they got to the conference finals last year. They had to go through the Islanders. They had to go through the Caps. And they I know they got swept by the Bruins, but they're a damn good team. I think if the game if the game is structured the way that the Hurricanes want to play, and it's not like run and gun, which favors the Rangers because they're not as disciplined yet because they're so young, and that's, they have game breakers at the top end, but top to bottom, the Hurricanes are a better team. That's why they're 5th seed and Rangers are 12th seed. I want to say the series goes 5, but so I'm going to roll with my head here and not my heart. I'm going to pick the Hurricanes in 5. It kills me to say it, but I'm just thinking.
Wait, isn't it a 3-game series?
5. That's
5.
5.
Oh, okay. All right. 5. You're taking the Hurricanes. You traded.
I'm not trading. I'm just being honest, using my head here.
I don't like this at all.
I know it's horrible. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
You're one of my numbers guys, and you're telling me that the Hurricanes is going to win. I mean, KB, cheer me up. Obviously, you're taking the Rangers, right?
I mean, of course I'm taking the Rangers. I mean, no brainer. I think that while, yes, obviously the Hurricanes are going in a better team, they do have some injuries. And also, you know what? I think, honestly, it's like a clean slate. This is like a new year. I think that you never really know. People are coming in. They're so excited. We have the benefit of it being a very young team, and they're hungry to prove themselves. And, I think that it's kind of lucky how this has all worked out. It kind of feels like a new season. So anything can happen.
Yeah, and I'm just going to ask questions. Like, best player on the ice, Panarin, right?
Yeah.
Second best player on the ice, Zibanejad, right? Like, aren't those the best?
The Hurricanes have some really good players on their team, man. Like,
I don't know why. I'm not afraid. I'm just not afraid.
I'm not necessarily afraid. I just don't have that feeling of confidence. I feel the Rangers are a year ahead of schedule right now. They're not supposed to be in this scenario yet.
Yeah.
And what I've been reading and what I saw yesterday against the Islanders, Panarin doesn't look as locked in, which is a little concerning.
Yeah,
he kind of got lost yesterday, and like I don't know if lazy is the word, but he just didn't seem like the best player on the ice to me, like he usually is, and that's worrisome. But Kako's arrow is trending way up. He looks locked in, so maybe he could be an X factor. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not at all. I was just wondering, like, so we're top heavy, obviously. Shesterkin's going to be starting in net on Saturday, right?
Not confirmed yet. I would imagine so. Quinn's been playing it really close to the vest. Also, it's David Quinn's birthday tonight, so happy Boston.
Wow. Paul and Quinn, same exact birthday. All right, good to know.
But the thing, so the Rangers and Hurricanes both haven't announced who their goalies are going to be for Saturday. The Hurricanes goalies stink, which might be the only saving grace for the Rangers here.
Right.
And I want to shout out one thing too. You're saying Panarin's not looking good. I mean, it's the exhibition game.
No,
Do they really care? No, and I'm listening to you. But that flow right now, have you seen that hair? The curly locks. He is looking like an absolute stud. So shout out to Panarin there. We had a couple notes before we get out of here soon, and then I'm gonna throw it over to KB. Do you have any?
I did.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 2 notes before we get over to KB stuff. Nate Solder is opting out. He had cancer in his life, and his child also is suffering from that right now. So shout out and prayers to Nate Solder. And then also NBA is back tonight. We know super producer Luke is excited as hell right now because I saw him beforehand. He was like fist pumping. I'd never seen him go that off. Super producer Luke, what do you want to say anything on right now?
Guys, I know everybody can't hear me, but I'm bringing Ronnie Mack type energy right now on the NBA
wow.
back. And we got the Utah Jazz playing the Pelicans right now. Utah Jazz probably up there as maybe my favorite team in the NBA. Big matchup in Royce O'Neal against Zion Williamson. But Utah off to a pretty decent start right now.
Yeah, Royce O'Neal, if I'm not wrong, is our favorite NBA player because we have linked to Luke. Luke was a coach and did coach Royce O'Neal overseas. So shout out to a guy who's starting on the Utah Jazz. We got connections, people. We got connections. And also a little preview. Fire and Ice, we're going to be tonight taping an incredible guest. So watch out for that on Mondays. New Fire and Ice coming out every Monday. He may have been the actual real life character of the guy from The Blind Side, but you'll have to wait and see. All right, now I'm swinging it over to KB for some girls talk chat. Me and Patty are excited, obviously. Let's hear it.
First, kicking it off, Emmy nominations came out. So this is big. So since there hasn't been, this is kind of the first time, bigger shows like Game of Thrones are out of the running. It's a lot more streaming service shows. So some of those smaller shows are getting in there. So I just pulled the nominations for comedy series and drama series in case anyone wants to know. Comedy series, we have Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me, The Good Place, Insecure, The Kaminsky Method, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Schitt's Creek, a personal favorite,
Very good show.
What We Do in the Shadows.
All right, so it's either Curb or Schitt's Creek.
I hope Curb doesn't get Curb was not as good. Curb just has like that lifetime achievement kind of feel to it at this point where they have so much staying power, but it's not as up to par as it has been in the past.
Yeah, and when did Schitt's Creek come out with a new season recently?
They just had their final season. They actually weren't canceled. They chose to end the show early because they wanted to wrap it up how they wanted to wrap it up. So I do hope both Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, the parents, they both got nominations for Outstanding Lead Actor and Actress. So I'm hoping that they can get finish up the show with some, awards.
And what about the guy?
Daniel Levy?
Yeah. Did he get any nominations?
I don't think so. I didn't see.
He was my favorite on the show.
I don't think Eugene Levy. I think Daniel would have deserved it more than Eugene, but
it is what
whatever.
It is. Yeah.
Drama series, you guys, this may be more your thing. I kind of do more. Better Call Saul, The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, Killing Eve, The Mandalorian, Ozark, Stranger Things, and Succession.
Succession's going to take that. Succession is unreal.
Yeah, I need to watch that next. I've been on an absolute Billions binge.
It's better than Billions. It's better.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what it has.
So I'm going to have to get on that. All right. All right. And do we have any more categories?
I did. No, I don't have any more categories, but I have a few more little tidbits.
Let's go.
This is a follow-up to something I've reported. Christopher Maloney, Detective Elliot Stabler, confirms that Mariska Hargitay will appear on the SVU spinoff that he's doing. So Elliot Stabler got his own spinoff, and Olivia Benson will be on it. This is great news for all SVU fans. Crossover of a lifetime. So you heard it here first. And then to end on some happy news, Elton John marks 30 years of sobriety.
Wow.
Terrific.
Shout out to John Travolta. I'll have a beer for him tonight.
No, Elton John.
Elton John, excuse me. Well, you know what? I had John Travolta on my mind because I was just tweeting about him before. So, all right, Elton John, shout out to the Rocket Man himself.
Absolutely love to see it.
Absolutely love to see it. Absolutely love to get
Beautiful.
me confused with those two guys. Final thoughts, Patty.
All right. So since we were talking a lot of NHL, I'm going to give you my predictions for the Stanley Cup. I'm going to go with Tampa. I think Tampa Bay is finally going to get over this hump. They got embarrassed last year by the Blue Jackets, getting swept as the President's Cup team. I think they're going to beat the Avalanche in the Cup this year. That's
Okay.
my prediction.
Okay.
And they get Stamkos back due to all this COVID stuff and the season being pushed back. He was not going to be a factor. He was out for the year, and now he's magically back. I think they're going to get the job done. Tampa Bay over Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just stick with the Rangers. I know they're like plus 50,000 or whatever it is, but we got $30 to win like 400. We're on the Rangers bandwagon. Shout out to your DJ LeMahieu shirt, who had a home run in the first inning last night. DJ LeMahieu for MVP every single year. KB, final thoughts.
I mean, I can't wait for Saturday. It really can't get better than that. A Saturday game to bring back the season, and I'm excited.
What's the drink of the day for Saturday? Are we going beer?
I mean, it might have to just be Coors Light. That's
okay.
I mean,
that is the sponsor of the sports.
Maybe
show.
An iced red wine. I do love that at MSG. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Where the vibe takes me.
And one thing about the Rangers, or the NHL as a whole, they are doing it so right, how they have games on from noon until the end of the day. That's what the MLB should have really done here. But to cram so much in, why does everything have to be at night? Just everyone's home. Everything should have been from noon to the end of the day. Should have did March Madness style where everything's just a fucking frenzy. But only
it's a great way
NHL
to spend a Saturday.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to have games at noon, 4 o'clock. I'm going to be screaming while I'm on air. And it's all going to be worth it because hockey is back. Basketball is back. We're all excited. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Sportsshow.com. Fire.